you, David. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And, guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. McCaw is out there with Anunoby. Then there's Lowry. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Davis in at the shooting guard. And for the Spurs, we've got LaMarcus Aldridge. Trey Lyles out there at DeRozan. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the 2. Murray outside. Pass to DeRozan. Clark, here we are mid-season, and certain teams seem to really change gear and ratchet up the intensity.
Yeah, I agree with you. And some of that is familiarity, understanding who you are and what it takes for you to win. And being healthy is a big part of that. I think teams all over the league go through stretches where they're in a nice groove and rhythm, and there are a lot of variables that play into that.
Things settle down, don't they? Rotations, routines, like you said, all those things important.
Yeah, exactly. Well said.
Murray outside. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Murray is a spectacular talent, and when he gets going, watch out.
Lowry against Murray. Here's McCaw. He's coming off a 13-point game against Charlotte.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous. You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Shot's good by Walker.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
Davis, the pass to Anunoby. Back to Davis. Stolen by Walker. DeRozan on the wing. The three-pointer, no good. And the Raptors off to a slow start. Searching for their first points of the game. McCaw, the pass to Ibaka. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And the lean frame of Ibaka taking the punishment but still converting the basket. Toughness.
Murray outside. He can't get it to go. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Lowry can't get it to go. San Antonio leading by 4. DeRozan scanning the floor. Murray with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Toronto.
You know, you look at the potential Murray has, and it's exciting, quite honestly. He's a lead guard. He plays the point, but he's more of a scorer than a distributor at this point.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Murray.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
And so he makes both from the line. And Murray winning second team all-defense in 2018. And, Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Passes it to Anunoby. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nice D from Aldridge.
really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And Murray, here we go. Here's DeRozan. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down. Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
And the Toronto Raptors knew in trading for Kawhi Leonard that he might not stick around. Even after his decision to return to his hometown of Los Angeles, Greg, the Raptors have to feel good about the way it all worked out for him.
Kevin, the first championship in franchise history, and now they set about working their way back to the mountaintop. Some talented young players and quality vets, not to mention an outstanding front office. I think it'd be a mistake to count them out.
And, you know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
Lowry inside the line. Here's Anunoby. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. On the wing, DeRozan. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Here's Murray. It's stolen by Lowry. And now Davis pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Davis throws it down.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely.
Well, you were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
Outside DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
Tell you what, I don't know of anybody more aggressive at attacking the basket than DeRozan. A lot of his points come off the drive.
Davis dishes to Lowry. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Lowry against Murray. The pass to Lyles. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Here's Davis. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. To the wing right side. And Walker gets it to go on the assist by Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one. Davis, the pass to Anunoby. Back to Davis. Shoots over Walker. And Davis can't get it to go. Spurs leading by 3. And the basket by DeRozan. DeRozan's got 6 points.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Davis against Walker. Pass to Anunoby. Lowry with the ball. With the teardrop, and it's in there.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
Here's Aldridge. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge. Well, how do you think great coaches go about making that connection with their players?
Well, it starts with being candid and holding the player accountable. Great players want to and need to be coached, and great coaches find a way to do that effectively for that individual and for the team.
And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson with a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Birtle, he is checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Toronto on defense. They trail by 6. Carroll finds Gay. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Carroll. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Thomas.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
Here's Lowry. And Pirtle pulls it down. Spurs leading by 6. White looking around. Kicks it to Forbes. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Spurs lead by 8.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
A 5-time All-Star. Lowry has come a long way since being drafted 24th overall back in 2006.
For Toronto, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And the first one drops.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that.
And Kyle Lowry drops them both. Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
Inside. That's good from Thomas on the assist by Lowry.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's White. Toronto grabs the miss.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Here is Forbes. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
You know, Forbes is slight of frame, guys, but deceptively strong. He can finish through contact if he has to.
White against Lowry. Jacks up a 3. And it's Gay with the rebound.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Passes it to Carroll. 1:51 left in the first quarter. Takes a 3. Spurs working now with a new shot clock. Nice shot by Pirtle.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Lowry inside the line. In it goes. That's his third bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range.
And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Spurs making a switch here. Bellinelli's checked in. White against Lowry. Outside White. Here's Carroll. That shot off the mark. And Toronto will come the other way.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. San Antonio leading by 8. White the pass to Gay. Boucher with the rebound.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Six to shoot. From deep three-point range, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And so it's San Antonio in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battles with depression, hoping to have a positive impact on others.
The people ashamed to talk about it. Even myself, for a long period of time, people wonder why I was such a quiet guy, and that was part of it. Not wanting to speak out about it, not wanting other people to know exactly what I was going through. But you get to a certain age where you feel like it's all about helping others. It's not about you just being a selfish person about the things you're going through. Other people going through stuff as well.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes, as public figures, can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Thomas is out there with Lowry. Then it's Johnson, and it's Boucher in at the 5, home in the paint. Mills can't hit.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Hollis Jefferson passes to Boucher. Count that one.
Really, it's a thing of beauty to watch Hollis Jefferson move the ball like that. I mean, he's a team-oriented guy who looks to make the pass as much as possible.
Now here's Mills. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Thomas against Bellinelli. Pirtle with the steal. In transition, here come the Spurs. He's got the ball. Dishes it to Mills. There's the pass to Bellinelli. Clock at 6. He kicks to Carroll. They get a hand on it. 3-on-3. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Boy, he is superb in transition. Hollis Jefferson can really get up and down the floor.
San Antonio again turning it over. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. Shot clock at 5. Ibaka right side. That's good, and it's Thomas picking up the assist.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Aldridge, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And, you know, Aldridge is a load to deal with. When he gets good position, you pretty much have to be physical with it.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, LaMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
Shooting two.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge. And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's, Greg, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point, when it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
OG Anunoby's checked in for Toronto. Davis comes in for Thomas. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Well, I love his stroke. Aldridge has a sweet stroke and continues to produce a nightly double-double threat who doesn't mind being the focal point of the offense.
Here's McCall. DeRozan defending. Pass to Davis. From deep. Rebound San Antonio. They've led by as much as 10. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad. Aldridge kicks to Mills. And here is Aldridge. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Rebound by the Raptors. Anunoby's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Hollis Jefferson. DeRozan defending. To the middle. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, you talk about defensive potential, all defense potential. Look no further than Rondé Hollis Jefferson.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And, you know, guys, the Spurs team dinners, the stuff of legends, just building camaraderie and getting to know one another and being orchestrated with care by head coach Greg Popovich. They enjoyed the finest restaurants and great food and drink, but the fellowship and camaraderie, probably the most important part of those dinner gatherings.
Clark, the act of getting dinner, sitting down to a meal. As a team, it brings people together.
It really does, guys, and I can't overstate it. When you get a chance to know your teammates off the court, it adds to your ability to play for them on the court. It can't always be just about grind. There has to be some compassion, some caring, some understanding, and sometimes the best places to do that are at restaurants with good food and good drink.
That free throw good from Aldridge. The Raptors making a switch here. Boucher is checked in. No good on the second free throw.
Boy, the Spurs really like running through LaMarcus Aldridge in the post. I mean, that's an effective way to play offense, especially early before the defense gets set. He gets that deep position, and he puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Outside, Davis. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Hollis Jefferson finds Davis. 4 on the clock.
It's helpful whenever Bellinelli is active on defense. I think he wants to step his game up in that area.
Here's DeRozan. Wasted no time on that one. DeRozan's got 8. And with his skill level, sometimes the sheer strength and size of Aldridge goes overlooked.
Yeah, and he's not afraid or hesitant to play bully ball. I mean, on that block, he gets that body into you and leans into that sweet jump shot of his, and he can make you look bad.
Gay dishes to DeRozan. He feeds it to Mills. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. And now a 6-point Spurs lead.
Boy, DeRozan showing you good recognition there. Saw the gap in the defense and fired the pass to the wide open man. Doesn't get much better than that.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Davis. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
And let's take a quick look at some stats for McCaw. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 7 points a game, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
6 on the shot clock. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and the Raptors miss again.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Pass to Anunoby. Now the pass to Boucher. Davis up top. Here's McCall, guarded by Walker. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And, oh, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Mark, the level of nuance and the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you've played to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk and have it talked about as good footwork. So you work with Reggie and other guys, and I hear them all the time saying guys are getting away with carrying the ball and so forth. But the footwork is pretty good. I mean, when you think about it, the step-back three-point shot, the ability to make plays off the dribble, all attributed to footwork. I think it's just an evolution of the game. As players see more and more of excellent work on the court, they're able to emulate it a lot sooner and a lot better.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Last outing for San Antonio, it was a loss to the Grizzlies in Memphis. Good! Walker's got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Now Davis. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson for Murray. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Anunoby, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Walker the pass to Aldridge. The fadeaway. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. That's 7 points for Aldridge.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too
At the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. You take a look at the Raptors. They're fourth in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season.
And when I look at Toronto, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Derek White's checked in for Murray. Raptors on defense. A 12-point game. And it's DeRozan missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
You know, in the loaded West, DeMar DeRozan, not an all-star last season after being one multiple times in the East. His first time missing the festivities in 4 seasons.
It's his first trip to the line.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the stripe.
Take a break.
And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic.
shots.
I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
That free throw, no good. You talk about that edge, Clark, for DeRozan, very focused on proving his doubters wrong.
Nothing wrong with playing with something to prove, with that kind of attitude and mindset, turning that negative into a positive. And most importantly, it can't just be a mindset. You have to put the work into it as well. And he's done that, gotten better each year.
And the second free throw, good. And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant, Clark, and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
Pass to Wiles. Kicks it to Aldridge. Tries from 16. Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Raptors have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
First one falls for him. A different look now for San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. And Damari Carroll's subbed in for Trey Lyles. And then for Toronto, Stanley Johnson comes in for OG Anunoby. And Thomas subbed in for Davis. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
outside White. Oh, that's blocked. Lowry looking around. Pirtle against Thomas. Johnson inside. Boucher passes to Johnson. That misses, and he's 0 for 4.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
The shot's good from Forbes.
And, you know, in that mid-range area, that in-between area, Forbes is a hard cover because when he gets a little room, he's really deadly.
Lowry passes to Thomas. Shoots from 14. A rebound by the Spurs. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
1:37 left in the first half. 5 to shoot, and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Raptors with the ball. Johnson kicks to Lowry. Passes it to Boucher. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here is Forbes. He has 6, and it's blocked. Lowry dishes to Johnson. Johnson, nice persistence to tip it back up and in. Johnson's got it back down to within single digits for the Raptors.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Thomas down low, and the shot goes down.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
White with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Yes, that goes in.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now here is Lowry. To the right side. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Thomas. The shot, no good. And so it's San Antonio heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Raptors trail by 7. Aldridge out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the 2-guard spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Lowry can't get it to go.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And it's Walker penetrating. Chalk up 2 there. Walker's got 8. Here's Lowry. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto last season, Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. He has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. Anunoby, no good. Spurs leading by 10. And it's Murray penetrating. And it's blocked. And he's able to get it back. Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And stolen by Aldridge. Lowry brings the double. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Raptors. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Murray. Lays it up off the glass. He has 6.
Murray showing you real poise that time, guys, converting on aggressive defense. The concentration, outstanding.
Lowry with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan. McCaw misses.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Here's Murray. Outside, Walker. Here's Aldridge. Second chance shot, and the rejection by Ibaka. Anunoby passes to Lowry. Back to Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. From 11 feet away, San Antonio with the rebound. Aldridge has got rebound number 13 with that last one. And it's DeRozan missing. Raptors trail by 12. Here's Anunoby. The Raptors rebound. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
You know, over time, Aldridge has really developed into a pretty good shot blocker.
San Antonio making a switch here. Gay's checked in. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Murray against Lowry. And there's the pass to Gay. Goes back up and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Anunoby, and that one good.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
Murray right side, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. And club coming out of Washington is a one-and-done. DeJounte Murray was considered a raw prospect.
Yeah, very raw. The 29th pick in the 2016 draft, guys, taken by the Spurs. Excellent physical tools and outstanding athleticism. Was surprising that he left when he did. I recall that when I heard. But at 6'5", a 7-foot wingspan, he's got a chance to be special.
And he makes the first. Well, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall I think it's pretty solid.
Here's Anunoby. He's covered by Gay. Anunoby kicks to Davis. Just 5 on the clock. Out to the right wing. Ibaka. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Aldridge.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
And the dunk by Aldridge.
Boy, at 6'11", Aldridge makes this look really easy. All he needs is the right positioning, and it's over.
Toronto calls timeout.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw.
A chance here to check out Kyle Lowry. His last 10 games have been exceptional. 4th in assists, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. Over to the wing. Outside, Davis. The 3-ball. Nailed from three-point land. Davis has got 8 points.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
And here's Mills. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Here's Anunoby. Now Davis. He dishes it to Lowry. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. 15 points in the game.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Here's Aldridge. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for San Antonio?
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys, just as much in this half as the first.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge. The Raptors making a switch here. Boucher is checked in. And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both. And it's Davis with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. Down by 12. Outside Lowry. It's blocked. Mills with it. From the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Mills has got 5 points so far.
You know, Mills has been a guy who's been very streaky as a perimeter shooter, but he's been good behind the arc his entire career.
Lowry against Bellinelli. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Shot clock at 3. And Lowry puts up a deep 3, trying to answer back. But that 3 is off the mark. Spurs leading by 15 to the left side wing. Pass to Aldridge. He kicks it to Bellinelli. Just his first attempt. Toronto grabs the miss. Boucher's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Got that bucket in no time at all. Anunoby's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Gay can't hit.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Here's Davis. Here's Hollis Jefferson. It doesn't go for him. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. At one point, they led by 16. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Davis. And Davis throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Pass to Bellinelli. Launches it. Mills can't hit. Raptors trail by 10. Outside Lowry. Unloads. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
San Antonio's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Pirtle, he's checked in for Aldridge. Damari Carroll comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Lonnie Walker. And Derek White subbed in for Patty Mills. White the pass to Forbes. Drills it from outside. Forbes has got 9.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Here's Ibaka. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
White against Lowry. And it's White missing.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And the layup falls. White's got his second bucket of the game to go.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Johnson, that's for 2. And Pirtle pulls it down. Spurs leading by 11. Knocks it loose. Now here's Lowry. He's got 17 to the inside. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
At times in his career, Ibaka has looked out of control when forced to finish through defenders. That time keeps his poise and reaps the benefits.
The Raptors have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. The Raptors also with a sub. Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Free throw good, Serge Ibaka.
One of the best free throw shooting bigs in the league, but that wasn't always the case for Ibaka. He has put in a ton of work.
White against Lowry. White, good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively. Derek White played his first 3 years at Division III UC Colorado Springs. This guy ended up being the 29th pick in the 2017 draft out of Colorado. In his lone season with the Buffaloes, he was all Pac-12 first team and all defense.
Back to DeRozan. Lets it go from 14. Raptors trail by 8. They push it up 4 on 3. Lowry has the open look. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. And White kicks to Carroll. Lowry against DeRozan. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
DeRozan still an elite scorer in this league and relentless in attacking the basket.
Thomas deciding where to go with it. From outside the arc, shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from McCaw.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range, Greg. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
White against Lowry. Outside, White. Over Lowry. Off on that one.
Yeah, and he plays a lot bigger than that 6-foot frame would suggest. Lowry is just a bundle of...
And here's White. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. At one point, they led by 16. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So the Raptors 5 right now. We've got Johnson Lowry out there with Davis. Then it's Ibaka, and it's McCaw in at the 3, the small forward.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him, trying to shut the door on this one.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's Toronto now. Ibaka outside. Clock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. McCaw misses.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Now here's DeRozan. He's tightly guarded. And here's the fast break. Lowry against White. Lowry passes to Ibaka. Back to Lowry. Fires the 3. Good on the triple. Lowry's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Raptors.
Deceptive and skilled at that guard position. When Lowry's scoring like this, good luck trying to defend him.
DeRozan. Passes it to Lyles. The tray. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Here's McCaw. Kicks it to Ibaka. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for the Spurs. DeJounte Murray comes in for Bryn Forbes. And the Raptors also making a change. Anunoby's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
San Antonio leading. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Murray, the pass to White. Now Lyles. And it's Aldridge missing. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Down low, here's Lowry. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Lowry's got the lead up to 1 now for the Raptors. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. A pass to Lyles. Outside, White. Here's Aldridge. A terrific shot on a turnaround.
Boy, that's a nice touch. Aldridge very comfortable with his jump shot.
In Toronto, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. White against Davis. Pass to McCaw. Outside Lowry. 6 to shoot. No good on the 3. Spurs have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the 1 make. Pass to Lyles. Murray surveying the D. Lowry brings the double and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Spurs now. Davis with it. Out guarded by Murray. Passes to Lowry. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Anunoby and White with the block. Murray left side. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, Clark, underrated athleticism for Derek White. For a 6'4" guard, he can finish above the rim.
And not only that, guys, but he also blocks shots. I mean, coming out of college, he and number 1 pick Markelle Fultz, the only players in the Pac-12 that rank top 10 in scoring, assist, and blocks. That's a heck of a triple.
And he knocks down the first one.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for San Antonio. And so Murray nails both of them. Raptors trail by 3. Davis, the pass to Anunoby. Davis against Walker. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Davis. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for San Antonio. Outside, Walker. Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. And it's good, 2 points. And the Spurs lead by 3.
Guys, that's a more reliable shot for Murray than a pull-up jumper. I like to see him fire away in that situation.
And Lowry gets double-teamed to the wing right side, to the inside. Anunoby, good.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Murray against Lowry. Murray, the pass to Walker. And here is Lyles. 5 on the clock. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Well, you throw it his way, and DeRozan is going to capitalize. When he takes off, he's looking to throw it down with no hesitation.
Raptors trail by 3. Toronto calls timeout. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
Yeah, he is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new...
Nick Nurse talked to his team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open 3, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
And here is Murray. Outside DeRozan. Aldridge against Ibaka. And the rejection by Ibaka. Poked away. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Here's Walker. The dish to Murray. Fast break, Toronto. Here's Anunoby. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Murray against Davis. The pass to Lyles. Back to Murray. 5 to shoot. Outside Aldridge. Here's Lyles. Tries to keep it alive. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Inside, here's Ibaka. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Ibaka's got the lead up to 2 now for the Raptors. The Spurs have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. 4-on-3 break. Here's Lowry, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've also
Shoot
done
two.
a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Murray. Pass to Walker. Back to Murray. Pass to Wiles. Just 5 to shoot. And he banks in the layup.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
And Lowry gets double teamed, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
So it's the Spurs now. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for San Antonio. Dishes to Aldridge. It's tipped. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's McCaw. Lays it in off the breakaway. And the Raptors lead by 4.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
The 10-footer. Here's DeRozan. McCaw grabs the miss. McCaw has got 5 rebounds tonight. He dishes it to Lowry. Passes it to McCaw. Lowry against DeRozan. That one misses. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And they double up DeRozan. He kicks it to Murray. That one wide left. Raptors leading by 4. Outside Lowry. The pass to McCaw. Shot clock at 6. Feeds it to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
So agile. Ibaka able to quickly come up and set the screen, then quickly rolls into position for the score.
Pass to Wiles. Ibaka against Aldridge. And a wide open look for Walker. San Antonio again missing. Davis drives in. Took him no time at all on that one. And it's an 8-point Raptor lead. The Spurs shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field.
Timeout.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know that's going to...
Now Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Murray, you give him that type of opportunity, you're asking for trouble. He is a strong finisher.
Davis looking for an opening. Lays it up and banks it in. Davis has got the lead up to 8 now for Toronto.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Here's DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
You know, in these particular plays, guys, DeRozan really excellent at taking what he sees in these situations.
Lowry against Murray. Pass to Anunoby. 1:39 left to play here in the 4th. Just 5 on the clock. 14 feet away. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Spurs trail by 6. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Toronto's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Murray against Lowry. 1:11 left in the game. Makes it off the glass. Lowry's got 16 points here in the second half.
And what a take from Lowry, using that quickness to just blaze to the rim.
It's DeRozan with the drive, and finished off by DeRozan.
This is what scratches the itch for DeRozan. Moments like this, he lives for. Takes great pride in being the guy to knock down the critical shots.
Lowry against Murray. To the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Davis, and again it's Toronto converting.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
With the floater, the wide open look here for DeRozan. The rebound by Ibaka.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 9. And both free throws good for Davis.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed it.
Passes to Medu. The dish to Mills. Bellinelli with the 3. That shot no good. Here's Pond. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do.